Stop. Good Sunday fun day afternoon once again, you Toberinos. Welcome back to another edition of the Thomas and Haley Show. Thomas, Haley, Shelby, and the wonderful Chris here. In this episode of the Thomas and Haley Show, we are going to be talking about the do's and don'ts of what you should and should not do on a date. So, ladies first, would you like to greet the YouTuberinos, kitty cat?
Yes, sir. Good Sunday fun day afternoon, YouTuberinos. Good afternoon, viewers.
All right.
Good afternoon, everybody. This show on the road.
Yeah.
All right. So very nice. So, ladies first. Who wants to go first?
Can I say my piece if that's all right, Shelby?
Yeah, go ahead, Haley.
Okay. So, here's a do and don't that I have. If it's the first time that you go on a date with someone, if a person says, "Hey, I will pay for the dinner," for instance, don't fight over it. Don't go like, "Oh, well, I can help," or whatever. just let them do it. Mm-hmm. And if you guys have more dates, down the line or whatever, if you become an actual couple, in the future, then you can arrange hey, do you want to take care of this and I'll pay for the tip or whatever. Yep. Because that's just fair is fair. What you don't do is that, let's just say if the person's talking to you, you don't look at your phone on Instagram and posting your best model pictures of yourself. You don't text your buddies and going secretly, "Hey, this girl, she's nice, but she doesn't know how to shut up." Because people actually do that.
That would be talking behind your back.
Yes, in front of their face, which they probably would not notice. So now, of course, the other way for a woman, of course, don't put up with it. So, if you think, okay, I'm being disrespected here, I don't like this. If you want to take your advantage of, okay, I'm out. So if they go up and use the bathroom, okay, I'm out. See you, goodbye. Because you don't, as a woman or a man, you need to have the respect and dignity that you deserve as a human being. So if a person's not going to give you the respect of time and day during the date, then that they pretty much should not continue at this point in time. So yeah. You can go ahead, Shelby.
Okay, so now this is coming from personal experience, especially when you're going on a date with a fellow blind person.
Yeah.
And make sure that you do not drink alcohol on an empty stomach.
Oh no, bad idea.
No.
That's a bad idea.
I'm just gonna give you guys a brief. I'm just gonna get it's story time because I want y'all to understand it's hilarious, but I want y'all to understand because in the way I was raised, a man always pays for if you're a woman, you let your man pay for the dinner, right?
Yeah, of course.
And that's what I did. And Beto was the R.I.P. May he rest in peace. He only had a little bit of money on him, and we went to a little mom and pop restaurant, and we shared fajitas, right? And I thought, okay, because usually it's too much food, right? So we tried to split the fajitas in half, but we were swimming, and we were dancing, and we were shooting the shit, right? Well, him and I had margaritas.
Oh.
Right? And normally I don't have a reaction to having margaritas, but I was already relaxed from swimming. That swimming has that effect on me. And Chris, you understand what I'm getting at. Swimming has a good effect on CP.
Yeah, so, relaxes muscles. Yep, I know exactly.
Yes, and so it helps me relax. And so I was already pleasantly tired from that. Plus, we were, and alcohol it enhances that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're swimming and you're drinking alcohol and you have practically nothing but a few fajitas in your stomach with some chips and dip, that's not sufficient, right? So make sure the man has enough money to pay for a full dinner to where you don't have to split it. Now, because I loved Beto, I wasn't going to walk out the door because I loved him and I understood his circumstances. And so I wasn't going to just judge and sniff, pick my nose up at him,
Right.
but so don't do that. If you know that you're on a tight budget, don't drink alcohol, especially when you're blind. Both Beto and I had more eyesight than Beto did at this time. He was losing his vision. So by the time all was said and done, I was finishing up my margarita like a dum dum. I don't like to waste my money. If you're paying for it, I'm not gonna waste it. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
So I drank the entire. He barely touched his margarita, but he drank some. But I forgot that he had kidney trouble, so he can't drink much alcohol. But anyway, yeah, I forgot that he was hospitalized back in 2015 because of kidney troubles. And I actually was there on the phone with him while he was in the hospital. So that was a dumb. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Make sure you know if your date has any health issues. Make sure you ask them what their health issues. If they have any health issues that pertain to, like, if you have issues with alcohol, if you have, whether it be addictive, alcohol, if you're an alcoholic, or if you have health, kidney problems or whatnot, just disclose that information to your date. Also, when you're blind, just don't do it, because it took my mom and the waitress to walk Beto and I, who were in absolute hysterical laughter. Like, I'm talking about, like, just loud, uncontrollable peals of laughter. And mind you, this was just on one margarita. And I don't typically have that reaction.
Yeah. I mean, the night that you had the margarita on your birthday, you were very silly. It was very fun.
Yes, I was. I'm a very silly drunk.
It was very fun to see.
It was funny, yes. So I mean, but when you have practically an empty stomach,
yeah, you don't want to drink on an empty
stomach. You're laughing so hard and so uncontrollable, you can't breathe, and you're crying because you're practically in tears because you cannot stop laughing. And so when we got home, we had to sober the truck up because we had to go to church the next morning.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness. Oh Lord.
Big mistake, folks. Don't go on a Saturday night date. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's okay to go on a Sunday. It's okay to do it. It's okay to go on a Sunday night. Go on a Sunday night date, but don't go out there and have a margarita on an empty stomach. Make sure if you guys do now, I will say this: if y'all want to have a drink, one drink on a Saturday night, and you guys are going to church the next morning, it's okay. Just have one drink. Make sure you got a full stomach. Make sure you got a full tank before you do that. Make sure you have a full tank before you go and drink a margarita.
They also make a mistake of not having water with it.
Yeah, we had water. We were drinking. I was guzzling. I was chugging that water.
Oh gosh.
We were chugging that water.
All
right,
but it didn't work.
So, Chris, what do you have to say about this topic?
Another thing about going on a date. Plan it ahead of time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because trying to wing it especially on a first date, no, that's a no. Don't do that.
You can try, but most of the time it does not
fail.
No, it doesn't work.
If it's an emergency, then plan for that too.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. All right, here are my do's and don'ts. Here's a biggie, guys. When you're on a date, when you're, whether it's lunch, dinner, maybe having a cup of coffee together, whatever the scenario might be, if you guys are in person, even if you guys are just hanging out at at her house or his house, don't be on your phones, because if you're at a restaurant, for example, and all right, this is the first date, and I'm trying to have a conversation with him or with her, and okay, well, she's on her phone, so okay, I don't feel like I feel like I'm not, she's not paying attention to me. That's not going to make the person feel good if you're on your phone texting or on Shitstagram or Instagram.
I love it.
If you're on social media on a date, then why are you on the date? You might as well
For real.
Stay at home on your phone. So
turn your phone on.
That's a big don't. Don't be on your phone on a first date.
Or just on dates in general.
Now, if you don't like the date, if you don't like how the date is going, don't say I have to use the bathroom and then go call your ride. Just simply say, hey, listen, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'm not feeling this. I think we should, whatever, call quits here or whatever. If you don't like how the date is going, just simply leave.
Yeah.
What's that
And
hard?
it's not a job interview, so there's no dress code. You don't want to dress too fancy, but make sure that you look nice.
And that also depends on what kind of place you're going to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It does.
If you're just going out for pizza, you don't have to wear a tuxedo. So.
Right.
And common sense, and another thing too, show up a little bit early. If you're traveling, if you're traveling separately, if you're excited and you are traveling, if you're picking up your girl, or if you guys are meeting each other there in a public place, especially if you're on an online date scenario and you're meeting in person for the first time, and you are meet them in public, say at a coffee shop or at somewhere where there are a few folks around that can potentially with this, but I would show up a little bit early. Mm-hmm. Don't be late. No. Do not be late, because that's a sign of ghosting, and that's a sign of standing up.
And if you are going to be late, just call and text a person and say, hey, sorry, I'm going to be a little late. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Right, exactly.
Now, after the first date, if because maybe one person felt it and maybe the other person didn't feel it. That's normal. Maybe one person felt the spark, but the other person didn't. That's completely normal. But don't ghost the person. If you didn't like how the date went, or if you're not into the person, after the date, maybe the day after or a couple of days after, just simply text a person and say, hey, it was nice hanging out with you. I enjoyed it, but you're not my type.
You're not my type.
Say it in the nicest way as possible. So that's another one.
Yeah.
So
I think just at the end of the day, if you want to go on a date, whether if you knew the person from school or from work or even just a random person that you met, just run your own business, you're going, hey, you want to go out to dinner with me sometime, or whatever the case may be. Just make sure you make yourself presentable, but not too presentable, obviously, because that may not be necessary.
Just so.
Just so. Show up on time, if not early.
Yep.
Respect each other, not just one way or the other. Respect each other.
Absolutely.
And of course, if things don't work out, or if you both didn't really like it as much, or if one was like, it was all right, but I'd rather not do this again in the future, or whatever. Yeah, just be polite about it. That's all.
And make sure that when there's alcohol involved, make sure you have a decent amount of food in your stomach, and just be responsible with that.
Maybe if you really want to drink before you go, maybe have a whole bag of Doritos and you'll be alright. She does. Shelby did bring up a very good point. Is that you don't want to drink on an empty stomach. No. Anyway, guys, if you have a topic that you guys want us to talk about, definitely leave it in the comments down below on this video or in any other of my videos.
Yep. Oh man.
Yep. And
everyone has a talent, and you have skills talent.
Yep. And if you have
doing everything blind is better than doing everything sighted.
And if you haven't, just to let you guys know, I'm just gonna throw this out there, all y'all. Haley has a show that she does every Friday. So if you have a request for her, she plays everything from the 50s to the 2000s.
I do not. No, I do not. I play music from the 70s and up. I don't.
Yes, 70s and up. No. And if you want to listen to Haley's show, you can do that on your Alexa devices. And if you have a request for her, you can email her. I just thought I'd throw this information out there.
You could use the email townsendhv@gmail.com. I use that for the radio too.
And can you tell them what they have to tell their Alexa devices if they want to listen?
So we're on Get Me Radio, Live 365, TuneIn, pretty much anywhere. So you Get Me Radio, for example, you said to your Alexa, open up Get Me Radio.
Okay,
and
thank God it didn't trigger.
Radio, and then it plays.
Right.
Or if not, you just say your work word. Wow.
Nah.
Wake word.
The work word
say,
waits for the wake word. Never mind.
Play Ultra Waves Radio and Get Me Radio or whatever. It will play.
Yep. All right. Y'all take care, and we'll see y'all in a few minutes for the 3 games. And by the way, I hope y'all liked when Chris just yawned. No. I hope y'all liked the burpees channel. No. I hope you guys...
Pass that up.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video that Shelby did for you guys. So definitely check that video out. Y'all take care.